Hey, what's up you guys, DJ Mama here, and we're here with a very casual, pure Herald of Perfection build. I haven't made a Herald of Perfection build in a while, and I thought, well, might as well get one going. So, while some of them can be like, they're decent in a locals metagame, but this one's very, very casual. So don't take it to heart, don't try to play this one at locals, unless you really like the deck, obviously, like I do. But this is just a very casual list. Herald Pure really hard to make work. So I'm just gonna label this one as a casual list and then let's get it going. Obviously we're playing 3 of the main guy, Herald of Perfection. I also want to ask you guys, which is your favorite Herald rarity? Obviously I don't have all, I do have all 4, but these are the 3 I'm running. The Ulti, the Original Ultra, and the Gold Ghost from Han in Mind. So let me know your favorite Herald rarity in the comments down below. But of course we're running the boy. He's the main ship of the deck, discarding a fairy to negate most anything. Monster spells and trap activations. So yeah, there's that. And then we of course have ourselves 3 Cyber Angel Ben 10. They just go well together, you know. Next up, of course, we have our 3 Diviner of Herald. Still a very good card. For always on, for everyone will be just dumping a fairy from deck or extra deck. Always going to be a good effect. Next up, the 1 Orange Light is what it is. He's still at 1 for sins, but he can probably come back now. All the Ishizu cards are at 1. So bring my boy back. Bring my boy Orange Light back. Next up, Petite and Egg, of course. You're just going to see the regulars of all regulars. The main deck rarely ever changes except for the spells. The spells are the only thing that really change. Next up, of course, 3 Star Seraph Scepter and 3 Sovereignty. That's right, we're still on stick chair to this day, baby. And of course, the 1 Lancia, because people are banishing cards, and I don't like that. Next up, 3 Dawn of the Herald. They just go well with Ben 10, you know. Dawn, Tribute Benton, Summon Herald, Chainlink 1 Dawn to banish and add back the fairy you used, and then Ben 10 trigger. You got to do it that way, because if you do it the other way, Ben 10 won't resolve the right way. Alright. And 3 pre-prep of rights to search the Dawn and the Herald, and then prep of rights to search the Ben 10. Isn't that fun? Next up, of course, 3 Ritual Sanctuary, and this is the new tech of the deck. Thank you to Maze of Memories for Kagorietsu? So, Kagorietsu, or Wonders of the World, or Wonders, yeah, I think that's what it was called in the OCG. New Maze card, it special summons a level 4 or lower fairy, winged beast, or beast warrior from my hand, and if you do equip it with this card, then you can return all dragon monsters to the field in hand. I don't know if it's relevant now, but it's kind of funny that you can just special summon Diviner or special summon your Star Seraph Scepter, which also triggers Scepter's effect. Yeah, and if this card is in the graveyard, because it was sent there from the spell and trap zone this turn, while face up, add a poly spell, fusion spell, or fusion parasite from your deck to your hand, and you can only use Kagorietsu once per turn. So, it's, decent tech. If you see with too many copies with Ritual Sanctuary, you can discard and search a ritual spell or a ritual monster. So it's not bad. Also, it's recursive because you can just shuffle it back, and special summoning a fairy does do it. And these also trigger on any summon. It can be special or normal, and you'd love to see that. Next up, so we're also going to be able to use the second effect of Kagorietsu, and we're searching Fusion Destiny. Very funny. You can either search for this or Red Eyes Fusion, which is funny. So yeah, it's not going to be bad, and our targets are a Celestial and a Plasma. I'm not running Dasher. I just like Plasma more, so you can Plasma for like the whole Star Seraph line if you want, which is kind of funny. So there's that. So yeah, Fusion Destiny, Kagorietsu are the techs of the deck of this time. So let me know how you feel about these cards in the comments. I would honestly rather be running Dragoon, the Dragoon package, because it's funnier. But Fusion Destiny for DPE is very funny, so I like it. Either way, it's funny, but I would rather be running DP, even though it kind of conflicts with Herald because they both need a discard to negate. But popping cards also very good. It just depends on what you like more, the negate and the untargetable guy over DP. You're just going to continually pop cards, which is, you know, the wave. All right. Next up, our extra deck, the good old reliable. All right, let's get the Entis and the Arclight out of the way. You already know what these cards do. They are the Diviner targets. If you're ever playing Diviner, you're kind of gonna running these more often. Searching a ritual spell on being dumped and then popping a card. Yeah, so that's Entis. We're running 2 Arclight, sorry. Next up, Omega. Cyframe Lord Omega, you can make it with a Diviner who can be a 2 or a 6, level 6 or level 2 tuner. You can use the level 6 tuner with one of the Petite Angels, which is nice, or you can just have a Diviner on field who's just level 2 and use it with Herald, who has no cards in hand, to make an Omega. Repeatable guy. Next up, our Sotelanite package, we're playing 1 Laplacian, and then we're playing Tolmaeus. That's right, we finally got our hands on a Tolmaeus, guys. So what we're doing with our Tolmaeus is we're going for Nova and Infinity. So we're bringing back some Cyber Dragons. Nova Infinity, of course, Tolmaeus can... we're using it with all 3 materials, and then we're going to use it on the turn to detach all 3, go over Nova, and then go into Infinity. Love to see it. And this Cyber Dragon Nova from another YouTuber I traded with. Love to see it. It's seen better days, that's all I'll tell you. You can't probably see it in the sleeve, maybe? It's hard to see in the sleeve, but if you take the card out of the sleeve, it is not looking good. Actually, you can kind of see it there. Just know it's sleeve preferred. Next up, a Cross Sheep, Dynamondo, Mirage Lights, Hippo Shinigami, Lina, and Link Mail Archfiend. And of course, the boy DPE right here. So yeah, Cross Sheep's kind of fun, you know. If you open Fusion Destiny and like a Star Seraph line, you can go into a Cross Sheep, Raw Fusion Destiny, summon the DPE to a zone Cross Sheep points to, and then you have 2 extra material, even though you're locked into Dark Warriors, which is rough, but 2 other materials is kind of nice. Yeah. Dynamondo's kind of good. He summons Herald. He can summon a Herald back, which is really fun. So if you link off Herald, you can bring back the Herald with Dynamondo on the following turn, which is always very good. And he's kind of big at 22. This is a big Link 2 monster. 2200. Pretty nice. Shuffle both into the deck. Oh, it shuffles the Bentens too, which is very nice. Mirage Lights, it's little Herald. Hippo Shinigami, you know, he boosted my guys, boosted my lights, which is everything in the deck besides DPE. And then Lina gets back the lights, and we can't really summon with, we can make dark with the DPE, but yeah. And then Link Mail Archfiend, he's just funny. That's all I'll say. And that is the deck, the extra deck anyway. Let's get this one packed up. Just remember, this is casual. So we're making negates on negates on negates. And then a send. Obviously, this is going to be away with, like, I know I have better cards, but I'm just like, this is just the casual build. Don't need to go crazy with it. Next up, the side deck. We have it all planned, even for the casual build, because we always be building Herald. Come on now. Droll. It's casual, so Droll's listed here because, you know, it's Droll. Next up, of course, we still have the Barrier Honest package with ties. It might even get better with Kagoriitsu, because you can just special summon and not have to use a normal summon another Barrier statue. And he's kind of nice. Next up, 3 Shared Ride Maxi at Home. always going to be maxi at home. So every time your opponent adds a card from deck to your hand with a card effect, except by drawing them, you can draw one card for each card effect that would draw them a card. Isn't that funny? Next up, a singular mind control. Because I don't know where my other change of heart is. And anyway, Harpies and 2 Twin Twister. Always still love the Twin Twister. And that's the casual list. Let me know what you guys think of this and what I should add to the casual list. Just let me know some also weird texts. Let me tell me what you think of Fusion Destiny and Kaguraitsu. If they're coping or not. It's always coping when you're casual, but it's fine. That's what you gotta do. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.